Hi, everybody. So, by now, you probably are aware that I recently launched my product offering called Conscious Sexuality Unrest, which is a multimedia self study course in which we explore the really basic fundamentals of conscious sexuality. But perhaps you've been asking yourself, so why should I care? Why should I try to become more conscious about my sexuality? And so this little video today is about me providing you with three hopefully very compelling reasons as to why you should become more conscious about your sexuality. So let's dive right in. The first reason why you should be more conscious about your sexuality. So I presume that if you are on this channel and if you've been following the work of Zingdad, you are on your spiritual path. And it's really important for you to ascend your consciousness or to attain enlightenment, however you want to put it. And here I would like to quote Jung, or paraphrase Jung really. And he said that we do not become enlightened by studying figures of light, but we become enlightened by shining our consciousness on our shadows. So we can't attain enlightenment by sitting in a corner and meditating for hours on end. I mean, that's sure that'll help. But we actually need to find all of those lost, all of those disowned parts of ourselves, shine the light of our consciousness on them and bring them back home to ourselves. And in fact, one of Arn's offerings, soul reintegration, is actually just that, where in a deep meditative state, you actually find all of those lost, lonely, rejected parts of self, shine the light of consciousness on them and bring them back home to self. It's about reintegrating all of those parts of yourself, all of those shadow parts of yourself. And for most of us, or for many of us, a part of ourself which is really deeply in the shadow and often really shrouded with fear and shame and guilt, that is our sexuality. So it is important, if we are on a spiritual path, if we are on our ascension path, to actually look at our sexuality, to shine the light of our consciousness on our sexuality and to reintegrate that part of ourself as well. So that's the first reason. It's a spiritual reason. The second reason why you should become more conscious about your sexuality is, well, I'm going to use a little metaphor to explain this one. So imagine you are at this amazing banquet, this feast, and spread out before you are tables absolutely groaning with the weight of all these amazing dishes prepared by master chefs. And the aromas and the flavors and the textures, and it was just this absolute cornucopia of beautiful food in front of you. And in addition to that, there are all these beautiful wines from all over the world and champagnes and just the most beautiful drinks to have with this feast. And then you choose to go sit in the corner by yourself and nibble on a little dry old stale cracker and sip at tepid tap water. Well, you wouldn't do that, right? And it's the same with your sexuality. The so called normal sexuality is that little dry cracker, the way we've always done things. I mean, sure, it's fine, and it'll sate your hunger, so it'll sate the urge to have sex for a while, I guess. But it's actually ignoring all the amazing pleasure and all the amazing sensations and experiences and intimacy and connection which is possible when we follow this path of conscious sexuality. So, yeah, so maybe you would prefer to partake of the feast rather than the little dry cracker. Now, it's up to you. The third reason why you should become more conscious about your sexuality is because your sexual energy, your eros, is actually an immensely powerful source of energy. I mean, this energy source actually has the ability to create new life. And we can use that energy source to do amazing things in our life. Sure, to have incredible pleasure, that banquet, that feast of the senses, but far more than that. This is a power source which we can use as jet fuel for all kinds of things in our lives. Things like powering our creations, powering our creativity, um, jet fuel to actually power our reality creation, um, to power whatever it is that we want to do in this world. All of our experiences, that source of energy becomes available, even to create wealth and to create abundance, to power our career, whatever it is we want to power. Once we learn to actually raise our sexual energy, we learn to circulate it around in our body, and we learn to actually tap into it. It is an immensely powerful source of energy, a source of energy that we are literally sitting on. So it is such a waste not to use it. For many of us, our sexuality is something which we just pack away somewhere deep, hide it away somewhere, and we only bring it out under certain circumstances, with the right person there, or if we've got the right clothing on, or if the lighting is right, or we feel good, or we've lost those 5 kilograms, we're wearing the right whatever. But actually, our sexual energy is a powerful force for our entire life. So there you go. 3, I hope, really compelling reasons. And let me tell you, there are many more, but I'm going to leave it at 3 for today. So 3 really compelling reasons why you should be interested in becoming more conscious about your sexuality. So if any of this is interesting to you, then please do click on the link on the video, the URL, which is on the screen right now, and sign up, enroll for my course called Conscious Sexuality Undressed. It's a lot of fun, and it will definitely help you to become more conscious about your sexuality and to begin to tap into all of these amazing benefits which I've been talking about today. Okay then, bye.